So about the world and Harem, this show is the most controversial anime I've seen in a while, at least to the scale that I've seen so far. I only learned about this maybe around a week ago, since I'm not really active on social media. I have social media accounts, it's just that I never go on them. It's not for any particular reason, I just don't. But that's mostly why I was so unaware of it for a while. But the first time that I saw it was a community post on YouTube. People were talking about how it's going to get postponed for stuff in the show, so I got curious about it and decided to search up on it. And it's basically a hentai plot, and I was looking at it thinking to myself, that's it? The reason it is being postponed isn't actually for the controversy, from what I understand anyways. That is more because of back-end technical issues, like being behind on animation schedules or something like that. But still, this anime is getting a lot of hate for no reason, so I want to say my defense for the show. I don't think it will change much of what anyone thinks about the show, but just to put another perspective out there. Before I get into it though, remember to like and subscribe for future anime videos. Alright, so for the biggest reason people are hating on it is obviously because of the plot. The anime is postponed, but they aired the first episode to give people something to watch, so I'm going to say some spoilers, so fair warning. For those who are unaware and don't care about spoilers, I'll give a brief summary of what the story is about. So basically we have our main character Mizuhara. He is in high school at the time and has a love interest that goes to a school named Elisa. He confesses to her but also tells her that he has a disease and that to cure it he has to be put to sleep with some freezing technology, as well as that it'll be expected to take up to 5 years for the recovery to be complete. There is some stuff after this, but I'll just skip to after he wakes up so that we can get to the main point of the first episode. He wakes up and see this lady that looks like Elisa, but she really isn't her, and he realizes pretty quickly. Her name is Mira and her job is to be his caretaker basically. After he gets dressed up, they get in a car and Mira starts bringing Mizuhara back to speed, explaining what happened in the 5 years that he was asleep. A little bit after Mizuhara was put to sleep, a virus broke out called the MK virus. The world came together to try and come up with a drug or vaccine to counter it, but none was created, and as a result the global population was roughly halved, and because of this the world was also stunted, as it was harder to produce food and continue running all the main technology to help people in their day-to-day lives. Mizuhara ran out of the car in shock, as it was hard to believe that all of this happened shortly after he was put to sleep. And after running around for a bit, Mizuhara noticed a strange pattern, that everywhere he went, all he could see were women. There was not a single man in sight, which is when Mira catches up to him and confirms it, that the virus had only affected male humans, and excluding Mizuhara and the other 4 men that were also frozen, 99.99% of men had died to the virus. I might be wrong, but I believe in the anime the abbreviation stood for man killer or something like that. But yeah, after revealing this, Mira tells Mizuhara what his role is now that he is awake, that his job is to impregnate as many women as he can, since he only has a year to live. He wasn't given immunity to the MK virus, it just prolonged how long he could live. So to get the ball rolling, they want Mizuhara and the other 4 men to have as many kids as possible, so they can rejuvenate the population. And that is pretty much the first episode. I mean, it is obvious why people may dislike it. I understand shows like this aren't for everyone, but the self-centeredness people have is unbelievable. Trying to cancel it because it doesn't line with how they personally feel towards it. It's pretty ironic too, because the people that are bashing are also probably part of the woke culture, where they think they understand everything and have it all figured out, while on the other side of the same coin they're acting so close-minded. It isn't even that I feel annoyed, just surprised that people are able to act so childish without even realizing it. The internet isn't obliged to censor anything for anyone, so people should be prepared to see stuff that they might not necessarily agree with. I do not know why, but people tend to take these kind of things a little too seriously, because at the end of the day, it is literally just entertainment. It isn't that deep to begin with. Kind of like how some parents feel about YouTube or any general platform. They don't want to take responsibility of what their kid sees, but at the same time get mad when their kid sees something that they didn't want them to. Maybe this is why I'm not on social media that often. You can see some cool stuff, but then there are also people like this who have nothing to do except to try to cancel anything that is slightly different from what they like. But yeah, this was all I had to say about this. This video was addressing something that didn't really need to be addressed, but I'm getting tired of seeing people try to spoil things for others just because they don't like it. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and subscribe for future content. Peace.